vítám vás u klíčového zápasu i s fotkama Go Next vs CGN, oba týmy a fotky mi dali pryč. 2-2, oba týmy mají 2-2 a kdo vyhraje, matematicky by měl mít jistý playoff, ale ne na 100% asi teda, ale extrémně dobré. A tady ty CGN hrajou Sovu a pekli si to. Ha! Minny a Alexiiik Superstars. Boom, boom!
It's clean. They've had 3 1v1s. They have won 3 1v1s, and that leaves. Well, in case you're bad at math.
Udělej tu intro? No, už jsem ho udělal, bro. Pozdě. Můžeš pozdravit, ale.
Thank you for that, Tom. I was actually struggling through it. I was getting the fingers out to count along, but
can't wait for that one for me.
Krása, pistolky. Ani jsem nemrkl a pistolky už jsou za námi. CGN se mi na jednu stranu líbí, na jednu stranu nelíbí, OK? Je to prostě randomness takovej.
It's a sad day, Tom. I mean, not getting to see Benny on that Phoenix.
Benny nehraje Phoenixe poprvé. A tak hraje Sejčku, další jablou postavičku.
Burning up the server, but it ain't
která se
happening
normálně nehraje.
Well, I say today. See you on the biz.
Yeah, I was about to say, if we went with their old comps, we might have seen it on the first 2 maps, but we'll see. They've already changed this one to bring in a Sage. Not really sure what the plan was here. I think it was just wait it out and hope that they left, but they haven't. So it's going to be a second kill already for Minny and for Davy. A lot still to be desired.
Alexiiik.
For Benny yesterday, you know, they really could have won that on both maps.
Yeah, sakra Minny to ne.
We were talking about always lurking.
To neděláme.
Now down to a 4v4.
Jo, kurza. A do studia můžeme potom chlapat to. Přisunout. Deadlock chlapat. Co se děje, Aleš? Minny, minus. Chlapi. Jsem vás tady vyglejzoval a teď toto. Jo, Coverionil, ale teďko si přišla zpátky. A koukej, co se stalo, no. My musíme fandit teďko víc.
Your opponent's making a little bit of a mistake and overpeaking. Give them anything. Instead, it's going to be that rifle.
Máme něco na retake, máme smoke na bombu ještě. Skoč s tím judgem. Ne, to je disaster. Tak tohle... Oni dostali skoro flawless. Co? Ale jenom skoro. A mám molotov. FPS hra. FPS hra. Oni nemají jediný flash, by the way. Jediný flash nemají CGN. Když je budou smokovat, go next. Mi neříkej se ho tam tu... Neříkej mi se ho tam tu dostanou, jako odkudkoliv. Ne. Alešek, nice. Alexiiik. Pojď ještě jednoho. To bylo dobrý, kdyby mu ho dal, ne? A Minny, Alexiiik a Minny. Minny hraje... Čau, Vojtis.
On the other side of that wall, there's danger brewing, not just Benny. He only has a classic, but Vince, player who had a big footprint in a previous round. That's a beautiful
rip.
Clean punish by Zeke. And the sight controls.
Nice, dobrý molík, kámo.
This is going to force them out in the open.
Kámo, my jsme prostě nejlepší, jebeti.
Defensive side to claim back favor.
Yeah, the utility this round has been the major difference. Profek up close, I don't think.
Ale Poláci to dneska trolí.
Like the fights that I'm expecting players over on the GN side to win, they're not.
Aleška hitnul. Sova ult.
Another coming up, another Hunter's Fury. This guy's too good with that ultimate. He's
okay, Alešek save the day. Save the day, Alex.
Low on HP. Somehow again.
Zachraň ten den. Nice. Timing, W.
He wanted to try and have that post plan that we've seen from him in the prior, but instead Davy's going to be the one to try and fight this back in a 1 versus 2. With Alexiiik and Zeke.
Počkej, double peek.
On the other side, they face him together.
Nice.
They felt the celestial force of operator.
Enrico Zeke is right.
This is where they all go through the TP and die to it anyway. That would be the real kicker. But instead they're walking into the 1-2 punch. Bold with a smoke. He's a bit late. He's very late, in fact. Now the flash is going to go through, but I think
Kámo, ty Poláci dneska nedělají.
Doesn't want to overextend. Doesn't want to trade his life out as well. But definitely a bit of missed timing from the side of Go Next, and that's given an opener to CGN.
Se fandit musí být.
It absolutely has. They have the advantage, and now it's getting a little bit better.
Kámo, každý jeden polský play.
Expected rotate to the A site, no longer in play. Go next now, play blind. Don't know if that was alert.
Minulý rozhovor nebyl, ale dneska doufám, že ho neskemnou. Minulý nebyl rozhovor, protože měli delay a skončilo to po půlnoci. Dneska to není šance, že to skončí po půlnoci, takže dneska Alex, Havlácek bude platit pokutu, protože tam dropne nějaký klavíčko.
Snakebite too, it's going to be lined up.
Dobrý trade. Zapomněl si dneska říct, že si s Alečkem máme...
They definitely know that the brimstone is close.
No nic, zpátky do hry. Ultinka, Alexiiik. A to ví skurvený Silver, že musí šít longem a hůkou. A oni jdou i longem. To je za straty, co dělají ty CGN. Ale jako... Vypadá to solid zatím. Smoke na close, smoke elbow, vola napravo. Jako cením udělat něco netradičního, tak šli cením. Jsou a dneska dohráli extrémně rychle ty... Ta druhá skupina. Počkej, ticho teďko. Pokus na hru. Co se děje? To je jak random, kámo. Jakože od těch CGN, solo peak, suchej solo peak do lampa, co to je? On se volbusne jako ten Benny, nebo co? Jinak Shouty tady psal, že ten Benny IGL-kuje, týpek IGL-kuje z Phoenixe a ze Sejčky. To je nechutný, no. A jo, Vandič 0-1. Gratulace k mému spolupráci, je vidět, že se... Počkej. Díky moc, Vandič. Cením, bro. Mám z toho taky radost. Nice profík, konečně, vole, Polsko. Portnou, ne? Čauko, Melody. Valot 3 incoming, okay.
On the other side, and with the amount of time left, it would be walking into risky territory. So CGN are trying to fight out of this, but with 5 HP, well, it is definitely, but if it is used over in lamps, it would be a trouble.
Uvidím, Melody. Záleží, jak by to vypadalo celkový, chápeš? Já se nechci úplně... dělat nějaký bizárky. Čauko, Nunmeister. Ten Benny, kámo, co dělá, to je takovej... Borc.
Needs to land a couple of shots, but he's completely missed a beat. Davi wasn't really there to defend him. Looking to try and fall back a little bit, and Zeke might have just...
Mám právě Dixi, no.
He's looking to try and make his way through the back.
A ta viper ultinka je insane. A flank, počkej. Proč nepočkal ještě na ten flank? To chtěl nabít pro Zika, no, ale...
Just looking to try and hold on to a gun. Again, the economy won't
Pomluváš Bennyho, závidíš jeho skill. Sorry, Nuno. Kde je on a kde jsem já? Ne, dosmatil. Ajajaj. Takže někdo prostě je vidět a zase se ani bude táhat špína. A dost. Jaké drama? Údajně Sabina ho oskemovala o 10 000 euro. Takže my to budeme muset rozsoudit a go next, co jest? Alešek? Kamo, co dělá ten Benny, abych mu pohladil hlavu.
And gets the timing almost perfect
for this beat.
To byl úplně všude. Dobrý entry.
A flash through an early peak. Still haven't taken the orb though. They're resetting back. They don't need Thrash, at least in their mind. Alexiiik's making sure that's a reality.
What? Kdyby tam jumpíkuje dupe v těch šaverech a pak jen tak vyběhne. Kamo.
Puts the advantage firmly in his team's hands. They're already going to spot out Benny.
What the fuck? To jsou plný magoři, ty CGN. Já to nestíhám sledovat pořádně, ale přijde mi, pokud se na to zasoustředit, tak vidím nějakou brikuli.
Vince does still have his Molotov. We've already seen plenty of
A
rounds.
oni ty Mauserajou totálně, vole, jak magoři, takže to musí být strašná, vole, šílenost ty německý grand finálka. Tam hrajou vždycky proti sobě CGN Maus v Německu, už jak dlouho. A oba ty týmy jsou schopní hrát úplný... Kámo, 5-5. Trefil ten Molotov? Malý čas. Nic, to bylo... Finito, Tixi, no, finito. Nejlepší brim na skrimech, co jsem kdy potkal. Na skrimech byl Heartbeat. Tomu nevím, kde je konec.
He's used to all that nonsense. Anguis trading out element and the damage done in favor of CG. This one seems to be locked in.
Okay.
Jako teďko Monster nebo kdysi?
His initial crosshair placement and for Prophet, well, he's got light shields. That is all.
2 týdny back? Aha, Monster skrimuje, on skibidi, tryouts.
It wouldn't be too bad if he can get that ultimate online. I'm sure not in the way he was hoping for. Actually, you know what? With the light shields picking up a rifle, there's at least a little bit of extra hope. He's got the credits that he could still...
Filipe, když vyhrajou, tak na 90 nevím kolik procent by měli mít jistý playoffs. Oba z těch týmů, jakoby.
Show itself soon. Prophet might just decide to hold on to this. He's already spotted the gun of one. That's the first. The second player is not going to be as easy though.
Poláci ještě nedali žádný klač pořádně. A nedají nadále. Jako CJ mají taky 2, jo, ale... I sleep, co to zase je, jak on volnuje teleport? Kámo, to je dobrý play, i když Alešek by to stejně neultnul, ale jako... Nice. Ten reveal, kámo, kde byl? Backside normálně ho to revealnulo z backside.
Minny will immediately use his ult,
Nice, Aleši, pojď. Not nice.
Nothing that Go Next are attempting is succeeding, and CGN have an answer for everything being thrown at them.
Až jak říkala Sabina, ano. Tebe, co to je? Co se děje, chat?
His teammates, his brothers have all fallen around him. A chance, but it's not going to happen. 7-5, really solid resurgence from CGN as they'll take the half.
I don't know what you mean. You know our good friend Dwag over in a different esport. He plays for the Bin Men.
Tak jo, teďko je ale seriózní už tam čas. Jako my jsme hráli milionkrát, vole, tenkrát. S Minnym proti Sejčkám a mám za to, že i Bult nějakou dobu hrál hodně Sejčku, takže mi neříkej, že nebudou vidět, jak proti tomu hrát. Dobrá bola od toho Bennyho, actually. Dobrá vola. Dá co nejméně spaceu a zároveň to nezničíš z dálky, vole, a nevíš o ní.
Looks like he might do a little bit of chip damage onto Zeke, but that's all she wrote.
Okay, this is Minny time, vole, this is Minny time.
Is looking to fight forward. Minny alongside.
Minny time.
Already putting this back into an equal position. I don't believe he's been able to pick up any of his utility as of yet. So looking like they're just going to have to take this one with the firefights, which for Go Next a lot of the time is exactly what they're looking for.
Insane baity check. Pěkný bejtíček od týpka ze sajtu někde. To byl insane. Davy, so. Tam hra Odina, vole, jak zmrtuplný. Na Havenu.
And their maker is the same person, Anguist over to the Sheriff. Finally, he's been dealt with. That will be a rifle now in the hand of every single player.
Hrozně zvláštně Messi to je, vole. Tady ta mapa. Ok, dáme full focus jako chat, jako full focus na hru. Pre-fire. Jako slot na pre-fire. A je dohráno. A už tam je Molotov na pre-fire, vole.
And that's a lesson they're about to learn the hard way. The slow. Well, Zeke managed to dodge the nade inside of it, but they're not dodging the bullet. And that's the real problem. Down goes the spike in the open as the little guy falls, and with that, so too to the chances of this round going the way.
Zvláštní, jo.
They're going to do exactly that, move to the next round.
Až jako odevzdaný tuto kolo.
Locked in for CGN. where they've lost both pistol rounds as well.
Ok, vyházeli se dobře ty CGN teďko. Ani Molík nemá na Bčku. Jenom Nate.
Again, the buy's not great.
Smoučky má furt, no, ale 40 vteřin zas. Smoučky budou dobrý, no, od toho Vince. Co ti jebe ten reveal, vole, co to je?
The utility king. We talk about his ultimates, but that dart has made that kill so incredibly easy for his team. And well,
to taky dělávám Tixy, no. Já nemám moc rád insta revealy na bindu, když už. Mrknu na to sejso. Šrofek! A Sliny! Sliny! Nice! Ne! Nice! Ne. Profek žije! Čas! Molíček! No ne, to je píče, Molíček nemůže hodit.
It was an incredibly nice attempt.
4 na A.
Definitely not the greatest start. They blocked things off a little
bit.
Immediate ult. I think that's the first one I've ever seen from Davi that's got nothing.
A Profek
instead we've seen the walkthrough. Profek doesn't clear the angle and the ult doesn't even get anything either.
That is a disappointing start.
And Savadron
already with the disadvantage.
Nice.
Bold, quick to pull it
Huge.
Back. The spams.
Ten wallbank je mrtvej, no.
Holding on by a thread and that breaks quite quickly. Anguist up close.
Co ti jebe to, co hraje za Angu ten Anguist?
Minny's the
Halo?
only man left.
Já jsem se nechtěl dívat, neboj se.
No utility. There's no post plant for this. He's just got to rip the heads clean off and there's too many players.
Pojď,
and
clutch.
there's a wall in the way. Defuse right behind it. And this one is done. They've done it quickly enough to reposition.
A Dick má furt volu, by the way, kamo, to je.
And 6 chances to close this map out.
Said the reads from CGN have been perfect. They had nobody there.
Nevím, co to je za chlapa, se jmenoval jinak předtím.
Davies down, but Anguist. Defensive side Viper, man, it has just been on fire, and a third kill acquired. Anguist is in for 4. He looks just for the
Minny s Bulldogem 1v4. 1v5 už dal.
It's Minny on the other side. And he'll
Bulldog.
rob him of that opportunity. But he might not be able to steal the map away. 3 players still.
A Dinklo ho.
A hard round to
Dinko.
find the solution to.
Double peek mu dají, ale špatně.
CGN look to steal this map away. It's done. Surely
Minny! Minny! Už zase, vole! Ne!
There was a double swing and Benny got a taste of his own medicine through the wall. The final.
Ne, kámo, to může být zase klip. To může být zase klip. Dořešíme drama po této mapě. Alexiiik. Ale to přecítil trochu, ne? Co, jak vypadá? Kdo to byl? Kdo to byl? Stick. Pozor. Noční deathmatche se oplatili. My god.
Alright. We get it.
Má nervy Minny? Hádám, že nemá nervy. Nejspíš. Nebo nějak jemu.
I guess it is the fact that they had lost
This is crazy, bro.
Like the fact that the defenders had pushed all the way into spawn, that's where you just start to get a little hand scene.
Kámo, zase prohrajem proti Eku, že ne?
A bold.
Že ne.
Rip, mid peak, spots out there's a player there, loses his head for
On
the trouble.
napsal mě. Aleš kuklit.
Element, excuse me, on the Marshall drop.
Nacením, že Sabina se nezbláznila. Nevím, jak bych reagoval na takovýhle obvinění veřejně, vole. Taká blbost. Kámo, co ta scoutka ale dělá?
Marshall's definitely proving to bring value. We've seen this before, not necessarily in his hands, but the only thing now is where they opt to take this.
10k.
They're going to be facing into either
jako
Alexiiik's rifle, Minny, which is not much better, or maybe the SMG of Zeke. It seems like they've chosen option A, which normally ends in death. We'll have to see.
Pozor, Alešku. Kapří vandal, vele, od Hitche si ho sebral. To je Hitchevo skin. To jak vypadá ten Benny, poprvé vidím Bennyho. Kamo, Alešku, hoříš. Já to jebu, oni prohrají proti Eku zas.
Is this going to be the third time this series that Go Next won the pistol and lost round 2?
It very well could be.
Minny je ten z GTAčka.
CGN are able to do
Neznám
so much in
GTAčko.
these rounds, and
A co je toto?
it looks like they're about to do so much more. Vince, damage done, and it's an easy follow-up. Anguist able to drop Minny and leave Zeke all by his lonesome. 3 players still need to be dropped by this man.
Prohraný jako to je,
Although
ale
he
teď ti
has a
povím.
one-shot weapon.
Já jsem něco
One
říct.
hit needed.
Jo, že to samozřejmě
He is gonna find it hard to drop all 3. Only 2
bude
chambers
oboustranné,
and not
jakože
even
nějaká
one shot
chyba
fired.
bude na
That is
obou stranách.
CGN
Jako chyba,
battling
vole.
back.
Extrémně dlouho, vole.
Definitely
Bych se bál, aby to ještě si jakoby
up there,
nezhoršilo
one of
si
the
pro
best in
sebe,
this
vole.
tournament so far, but
Jakože
even
reálně.
still, it's impressive how much they get done. And for Bold,
Kolik je
again,
Sabině? To mě
that's
jaký zajímalo, kolik je
cursed, man.
Sabině a kolik je tobě, vole. Benny vypadá kámo jak
Benny was
otec.
very enlightening, like I said. One of the things that I asked him was if he felt like it was difficult, and I said, you know, maybe every other team would answer.
Co to je za
opposite to you
soutěž?
because you're
Ahoj
here.
Lindísek.
You think it's difficult to
Tohle je
prepare for so
postup
many different
do
styles. And he was like,
nejvyšší
yeah, I think that we're
ligy,
like, if you
do
ask every
VCT.
team, they'll say that we hate CGN. They made us.
Výstižník VCT by je to hodně zajímalo, ale prostě tohle je druhá nejvyšší liga a tu tím turné můžou postupit do nejvyšší ligy, kde je booster a tak.
A comp with a lot of potential. He talked about the hot hands and how the DPS of that ability catches people off.
To Sabana není nejstarší určitě, no.
In the game right now, and well, his success rate in terms of damage done, in terms of space cleared with it, I think it's fitting into this comp and into this team.
No, je tam. To by on tam je, no.
Done a little bit of damage done, but a 2v3 still needed.
VCT teďka bylo. To jo, Lindísek, ale no, VCT znamená Valorant Champions Tour, to je celý tohle, jak je VCT, Champions jsou VCT. Kámo, když máš tolik vlasů, to prostě nemůžeš hrát duelisty, ne? To už je prostě to už je prostě signál, vole, že máš hrát iniciátory nebo smoky, vole.
You can get into a position where you can ult to site very
to jaký nehrajou duelisty.
When it comes to that B site and
Ok, tohle je blbý, ale už tohle už začíná být blbý.
That's 2 rounds in a row now. The Bold's been caught early, but this time there is going to be a response.
I thought there is. Anguist has lost his life. Said he's good on the Sentinel, but not in this
Sabina
round.
17.
CGN concede mid-control. And see that Element is falling all the way back because Benny's about to entry into the A site, clearing out all this space, but Go Next have already conceded it. They're now just clearing mid themselves, making sure they've got some sort of safety behind.
Musíš nějaký vytvořit, no.
Monster. On lockdown with Minny, the B site. Cam is going to
Čau, Radime. Ty bys to měl vyřešit na tuhletu. Ty bys to měl rozsoudit, Radime.
For Element, not likely to be used. Ult for Vince could be maybe used as a recon, but Go Next have a good chance here.
Ale co?
Benny.
Already. Dizzy through. Alexiiik is going to find that opener. They know where Benny is, and they're trying to get players towards
Alexiiik.
the defusal. In fact, they've been able to melt the rest
Kde dal
of them
ty killy,
away.
Alex, takhle rychle?
Benny's position is not
Počkej, to není dobrý, to není dobrý ten molotov. Počkej, dobrý.
A huge round for Alexiiik and the thrash used just for info. It's going to be retrieved. It will be allowed to be used again, but this quickly
Větrák, vole, pěkně brzo.
Toto
je lítá po mně. Hajzle.
Pardon. Once again, a solo defender on this site, hoping that he can stop them before they get too far into the afterplant, but his position has definitely been noted. Holding on to it would have been a pretty big risk. And again, they're getting caught by that same cam, Anguist, just causing them problems.
Nice under Fury, no surprise. Davies on it again.
That's
2 kills after early damage. And the side of Go Next decimated by this ultimate. It was already a poor start, a back foot, but now
už víc, vole. Takže Akol stále banet. Děkuji za podporu, ale nastal si až moc šanci na to, abych, vole, jedné reforminul. Čauko. Ale počkej. Zpátky do hry.
That's a big deletion.
Čau, Tomci.
Go Next. Possibly in with a chance, despite the weaknesses they've brought to the field. One man down already.
Jo, Patriček.
Everyone fighting from the same angle. No
to napsal, psal furt do sračky, Miky. Třeba 2 hodiny v kuse psal sračky, když... Já i Luci jsme mu říkali, ať to přestane, ale...
The rifle on Zeke presents a big challenge, one that Vince is keen to take.
Takže troll sračky, víš? Kámo, co se děje, ale to je úplně rozebíračka dneska. Je to úplně pryč. Kámo, proč tady bliká ten chlap? Proč tu blikají na mě? To ten na mě ať nebliká už vůbec.
He's kind of out of this one. In fact, Bold is just going to go jumping in.
25 vteřin, chlapi. Nice. První kill. Druhý. Co děláš?
In fact, they're winning every fight. There was 3 players waiting on that.
Straight in and well, Bold is straight out. That's a clean opening duel.
Nemaď, tady je stak, ale oni jdou do staku.
Co
to je? Tady po mně lítají věci, vole.
Form of a rush right up behind them, completely overwhelmed. Feeling like they're on the wrong side of Helm's Deep right now. This is really rough.
Is very bad.
Info swinging to the other
Minny.
side. They know where they are. They've got
Minny,
the better weapons, and the man that could make the difference is on the other side of the map. This one is cleaned up, and the question is how many can Alexiiik get, or can he carry the weapon through? Because the problem is they've just ulted to find him. They do not want this op to be present in the next round.
Oh, disgusting.
Nice.
That's not a bad attack from Bold. And you know, he's caught a second player for a blind Hunter's Fury. That could have gone a lot worse.
Kámo, se rozpadá nám to dneska, ale úplně se nám to rozpadá dneska.
Opening and the follow-up was very nearly there as well. We've already seen Minny fall. Vince down below. They expected him for a moment, but he's got the timing.
Co to je?
Read of the empty space. The shrouded step that lets
Co to
him cross
je?
back. Element steps were shrouded too. He made his way up into heaven, and they had no idea that was the danger zone this time, flying high with his 3rd kill. And Zeke is gone. He's trying to save this weapon. Leave a little bit more open, and there's an immediate migration to the right side of the map. But realize their mistake. 3 players now rotating into position. Looks like Benny is going to find this space, and I don't expect them to try to fight it. The guy has got his ult active, but they're still diving down, filling the space, looking to make this scrappy. Bold for good reason. Oh, he was cleaning up.
Hey, even when it's going well, a second later, right back in with a problem. Alexiiik, he's been spotted. He's been
isolated. Ten Phoenix.
Fighting into this isn't going to be easy, and well, as proven. For a moment it got dangerous.
Themselves to either spot. Quite content that their trap is covering B, but it's being bypassed. Alexiiik is updrafted over. I think Vince heard it. I think he was close enough. He suspects the push.
Nice.
That doesn't mean he can deal with Alexiiik opening door for go next.
It's definitely something. We've not seen too many of those. The spike not in the greatest of positions either, with 25 seconds to make a move. Element is going to be... Oh no! The timing for Bold again is nightmare fuel. Looks away the second his opponent comes around the corner. Pressure going to be onto Profek. He's someone who normally thrives within it. Has Zeke for support. The flash is
Kámo, Phoenix flash, nah. Not like this, not like this, kámo.
Sat down. Whether you believe he's using it as an already scared. The push, though, from Alexiiik is going to give a lot of information. They can stack this site up knowing that there isn't going to be anybody behind. He's a little bit wary to potentially go over the top of it, but he can just make sure that around the corner goes Element. That's the opener they were looking for. Hunter's Fury combined with it, making a third for Element. He's looking to do it all. His counter jet. His opponent is going to try and turn the tide, try and fight this back. He's got nothing in his back arsenal. He's got nothing that he can play with. The Bucky is not going to help him here. It needs to be the Blade Storm, and he needs some help from a teammate. Profek, he's about to get peaked. There's 2 players ready and waiting for him, and it is an easy clear. What a half from CGN.
They're on the way out, but it's going to be costly still. Okay,
Nice. Já si myslím, že svůj defense nějakého důvodu. Dobrý.
Damage done to Zeke and
Někdo končí Fnatic. To je kvůli tomu, že mi říkal sračky tam s tou Vice volou na bindu, jestli pamatuje někdo.
Element, right place, right time. He's already going to find one. He's ready for the next, but Bold has found another trade. Two for him already in this round.
Asi jsou lepší hráči než on. To, že dával kill jedna věc, nevíš, jaký bylo pro ostatní s ním hrát. Třeba je lost v té hře.
The battle of the Sovers has found no victor, as they will go heading towards that open spot.
Indeed, the plant is going to be found in CGN.
Plus Leo se chce vracet, že jo? Takže jasně, že ne, ale že nejsem překvapený, že Hero jde do prdelky. Tam taky ten line-up,
Benny knows he's at least further back.
Dva Go Next chlapy jsou na hit, ale
he'll be cautious as he swings out. The timing here key. He's seen Bold. He knows he's low. Just one angle. That's all he needs. One bullet and it's Vince. As he's
just jeden kill aspoň. Ty vole, kámo.
He has had a great series. Unfortunately, he is being completely overshadowed by Element in this map, who I don't think had the best of times being the entry in the last. This time, if your entry is what?
Nice, perfect dal volbenku už, čum. To jak tam stál ten Benny, to je nejhorší angle, tam nemůžeš nikdy stát.
Even still though, maybe it is going to be a return to sender, a good opportunity with Go Next finding the opener.
I wouldn't mind the return. I like that guy. It seems like Go Next already seizing a decent amount of space. Element tries to push, but not able to find himself the kill. CGN locked out, smoked out.
Aziz
coming through. Better start for Go Next than we normally see. With full investment, they could catch them off guard.
Kámo, nelepí to Aleškovi.
Not going well. Davey. That might be a Hunter's Fury. He might rename his Guardian. 2 quick kills. Cleanly starting this one
off.
And Go Next now
paráda,
sent out by Minny, but it's going to be very late. He needs time, and they're running out of it desperately. Utility used, but this is all part of the plan. CGN, they've got site control, and they're causing havoc.
Nice, Trolly. Nice.
And Minny's flank finds value at last. Davey left to do it all in the time here. It's decent, but will shut him down.
Nejlepší skinu.
Hunter's Fury and 2 kills, or a kill and a plant.
Kámo, prosím. Nice. Kdyby dal kill, kámo, si třeba života má.
The spams aren't quite connecting in the manner the defense would hope. Everybody.
Nice. Patrik Ušek svek.
Davy will fall and
Angresh.
He's pulled off miracles, but
Nazdar,
this is going to be one of them. It's left all onto Benny. Even a kill would be nice. Mention Go Next composition. Just very good in those post-plant scenarios. Already, Thrash sent out to clear the angles, not covered by the ultimate, and Alexiiik is already going to be picking off another. Looking to try to get into the backline. Doesn't know there's still a man there. So that's a freebie for Vince. And you can see that Davy just looking for any information he can find for the team. The fact is, though, now we get into that true danger zone for the defense. Although saying that, Davy has picked off one more.
Yeah, now this is getting a little bit spooky. Go Next have no room for error. It seems like it might already have been one. First star goes down. Big swing on the back of it. Spray down is not good. It's already being diffused.
Doprava, střílej! A proč přijde do stejného místa?
Again!
Proč přijde do stejného místa, kámo? 10 nábojů. Road Desire.
You're kind of crazy. That's.
To kam letěl ten Evil? Mimo mapu, vole. Dobrá ultina.
Picking up one. I'm waiting to see the kill be light up in Davy's favor, but he doesn't land it. Some damage, but a 2v4 for CGN.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
That's amazing position to be in.
Počkej.
And again, it feels like it would take pretty big mistakes.
Kámo.
As clinical as ever. He's got něco říct. Has a really good idea that there's a player around this corner, but he can't quite land the shot. The read was there, but too much. And now Davy
Na VY-hře,
vole. Minny got to feel a little bit frustrated.
A dalšíma 4 chlapama. Nedej bože, by byl schopný natáčet svoje POVčko. Který to věděl. Nebo kdybyste byli bronz, tak to taky v pohodě. Bronz taky v pohodě.
Well, Benny's not going to be using his ult here when contact is made. He doesn't have a head anymore, which does inhibit your ability to do so. The go next seem to have claimed the free side control.
Nebo
Still point
tracker
stands for the next round.
na IG a
save up for one more big cycle. And they'll have Blade Storm too.
A ne, že to budete fakeovat.
Alexiiik
jako minule.
his Blade Storm here and threw the gun away.
A když to budete v tom lobíčku, jak mi klidně napište rovnou váš hashtag. Jeden Iron proti 5 radiantům, to bude řežba. Je to tak.
Nope. Yeah, there's because the only reason you'd ever go hunting would be if you wanted the ultimate orbs. So, but he
Mám
had
Iron
ultimate,
Seal
so
globála v
there is no
CSku.
value in that.
Jak je možný?
I want to say that was
Můj Instagram do PM, jak mi pošlete. Vlastně nemůžete posílat fotky do PMka, co? Do píči. Tak tracker mi pošlete, jestli máte. Nebo do Discordu mi to pošlete, tam můžete poslat fotku. Počkej, a to je konec hry. To vypadalo jako vyhraný kolo pro Go Next. Kámo. Poláci plus. Step up. Máme sák ještě a času je strašně moc. Toho času je strašně moc ještě. Je potřeba dát všechny 3, kámo. GG. Tak dneska nebyl dobrý den.